Okay, so welcome back, and now we're going to talk about cofunctions. So what are cofunctions? Well, let's look at the 30, 60, 90 triangle here. Okay, so I wrote out the trig functions for the 30-degree angles and the trig results, the trig functions evaluated for 60 degrees for both. So I did them for both 30 and 60 degrees. Okay, so what do you notice here? So notice that sine 30 is a half, but also cosine 30, or cosine 60 is equal to a half. Cosine 30 is square root of 3 over 2. But so is sine 60. Okay. Tangent 30 is root 3 over 3, but so is cotangent. Right? Let me get some more markers here. Cosecant 30 is equal to 2, but so is secant 60. Secant 30 degrees is, oh, hold on a second. So secant 30 degrees is 2 root 3 over 3, but so is cosecant of 60 degrees. And finally, cotangent 30 is equal to square root of 3, and so is tangent 60. Okay, so notice the cofunctions are all equal to the other functions, if you will. So notice that sine 30 is equal to cosine 60. Cosine 30 is equal to what? Sine 60. Tangent 30 is equal to cotangent 60. Cosecant 30 is equal to secant 60. Secant 30 is equal to cosecant 60. And cotangent 30 is equal to tangent 60. So these are what we call the cofunctions. So we're looking at complementary angles. So notice that we have these two angles add up to 90, right? They're complementary. And notice that there's this relationship between cofunctions of complementary angles. So what does this lead us to? This leads us to the general case that, hey, if I take sine of theta, that's going to equal cosine of 90 degrees minus theta. And cosine theta is equal to sine of 90 minus theta, right? And we got tangent theta is equal to cotangent 90 degrees minus theta. And then we got cosecant theta That's going to equal secant of 90 minus theta. And of course, secant theta is equal to cosecant 90 minus theta. And then finally we got cotangent theta is equal to cotangent of 90 minus theta. Okay? And these are what we call the cofunction identities. Okay, so the cotangent identities, right? So, or the cofunction identities. Okay, so notice that we have these two, and then we have these two. Oops, let me do. These two, and then of course we have those two. Okay. So these are very helpful into helping us find out values of different trigonometric functions, knowing that, hey, we can deal with complementary angles and there's equality between them. Okay. We'll come back and we'll do more examples.